What's going on, everybody? This is Juan with Compass. Today I have a very special, one-of-a-kind mid-century modern home here in Garland, Texas, offered for only $360,000. Now let's go take a look. All right, everyone, welcome to 2822 S Glenbrook Drive here in Dallas, Texas. This home is exceptionally unique. I think it has so much potential. Now, granted, as you can see, it needs its renovations, most likely needs to be taken down to the studs. However, it has great bones, and I think somebody with the right vision can truly transform this home. I'm going to quickly show just the landscape of the house, just so you guys can take a look at what it has to offer. We are in a quiet Garland, Texas neighborhood surrounded by very mature trees. What do you guys think so far? Now, this is a 6-bed, 4-bath home. It was built in 1955. And actually, fun fact, this home was actually built for a Time magazine photographer. Now, before we take a look inside, I just want to quickly mention that if you have any questions about this house or what it's like to live in Dallas, Fort Worth, be sure to hit me up. All of my contact information will be down in the description below. Now let's go take a look inside the house. It also has space for 2 cars, which is great. And then it has this nice little garden here out front for all sorts of plants and trees and stuff. So let's go take a look inside. So we have this really nice chandelier up here, as well as this natural skylight, and then we have this beam that runs across the entirety of the house. And then we have the main living room with huge glass sliding doors, which is, it just brings in so much sunlight and offers a great view of the trees and backyard. And then of course we have the natural wood burning fireplace, as well as this really nice red brick tile, which I'm a very big fan of. I love when these homes have this sort of brick inside the house. I think it makes it look very unique and very special. Certainly something very unique about these mid-century modern homes. Now, this right here is boarded up. However, I think that at one point it served as kind of like keeping plants in here and stuff. So maybe you can take this out and have some greenery inside the house. We also have this dark wood background, which is also very iconic. Now we're gonna actually start off over here, which is where the dining room area is. And then what makes this home truly unique is this bar area over here. And this is something like I've never seen before. It has these really cool painted glass that offer kind of this light, yellow light that comes into the house. However, it's just pure sunlight, something you really don't see in a lot of homes. As well as access to the backyard. Really big fan of this bar and its aesthetic. And funny enough, all of these little squares actually serve as storage. So yeah, you can store all sorts of things in here. Wine bottles, liquor, tequila, whatever you desire, you can store in here. However, it does need its restoration, to say the least. Very nice. Nice, hard wood. Here, let me get a close-up on the windows. It has this little bubble design on it, which I think is pretty cool, as well as access to the backyard. Take a look at those windows up there, which is pretty cool. And then this other dining area with the chandelier. Now we're actually going to take a look at the kitchen. There's that wood beam that I was telling you guys about. Now the kitchen does seem like it has been renovated at one point or another. It's one of the more well-kept features about the home. Still got the gas range, dishwasher, and then trash compactor. And then over here you have your washer and dryer area connections, as well as some storage in here. And access to the backyard. This is that side trail that leads into the backyard, and then there's a little greenhouse in there, which we'll take a look in just a sec. Then over here we have the bathroom, the first bathroom. It's a half bathroom. Pretty much all these bathrooms have been renovated. Which is great. And then you have, this door leads over here into the dining area. So you can access it through here or through the kitchen. But now let's go take a look at the bedrooms. Now it does have a little bit of a funky layout, which is normal with these mid-century homes. Here's that first bedroom with lots here. Let me come over here so you guys can take a look at the window. Pretty cool. Pretty much half the wall is all glass. And then here we have access to the first bathroom. You can see that it's been renovated fairly well. And then dual sink area, as well as a window, and this really cool, unique walk-in closet. Unique because I haven't seen anything like this where it's kind of like split off, but then it has like a place to hang your clothes and stuff, as well as another door over here. So this can mean, this could be for his and her. But yeah. Then we're gonna take a look over here at the garage, which is actually in bit of needs a little bit of upkeep as well. It's very dark in here, but I wanted to show you guys just so you guys can take a look. Pretty much all of this needs to be taken down. As you guys can see, needs to be taken down really into the studs. And then here we have access to the garage area. Pretty cool stuff. However, I am noticing gaps in the roofs and stuff, so got to be careful with that, as well as having, just preventing animals and rodents from coming inside. Here is the little side trail as well, one of the side trails, the other one being on the other side, of course. But you have access to it from the front little front yard area. And all that leads into the backyard. But yeah. Now, in the listing description, it listed that, here, I'll turn off the lights here. It listed that there was like a flex space from which the original owner used to develop photos. So I'm unsure if it's this room or that workshop area or this other area that we'll see in just a sec that I think might be where they develop photos. Okay, so here is some more storage, more closet area for you guys. And then over here we have what can be like a media room or another bedroom. You have some closet space right here. And then this is where could have been where they develop photos and stuff like that. I kind of think that this is where they would do it, but I mean, you guys can see the original hardware on here and remnants of previous owners. Really cool stuff in here. Could definitely turn this into a home office. And then you have these little French doors as well. Pretty cool. As well as access to the backyard. And so, I mean, you can turn this into a media room, another family room. It has 2 bathrooms as well. Full bathrooms. And then the other one over here as well. Not sure why they would have 2 full bathrooms right next to each other, but there they are. Side view of all the greenery. And then this really cool floating staircase. I have another video, which I'll throw up on the screen, that looks similar to this floating staircase. But we're gonna take a look first at the bottom level. This is bedroom number 2, if you're counting. Really cool windows, as well as some closet space. We have another bedroom over here. And then one over here as well. Now let's go take a look upstairs. We have another bedroom over here. And then possibly my favorite bedroom because of the paneling, as well as it being the most high up on the trees as well. And then we have over here what could be like a little porch area, balcony. But now let's go take a look at the backyard. Very nice backyard. Again, with that floating staircase that leads up into the roof. And there's actually a creek that runs all the way back there in the backyard, which we'll take a look at right now. Here's a little bit of the greenhouse. Could be reused or torn down. And then the backyard, which has lots and lots of cool features. One of them being this trail over here, and then I'll try to get in a picture of, or a video of the creek from which it runs. Now, I don't know if the official lot goes all the way back there, but I mean, it's pretty cool to see. There it is. And then over here as well, I mean, you could really transform this property into like a nice private backyard, little oasis for you. But that wraps up the video. If you guys have any questions about this listing, be sure to hit me up. All of my contact information will be down in the description below. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next tour.